Absurd to pay former public protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane's 10 million rand gratuity.
Dr. Moya from Action SA, 122 votes.
Tshwane has a new mayor, but for how long? And Hurricane Milton, potentially the worst natural disaster to hit Florida in the US, is barreling towards the state. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
This is Eyewitness News.
Nearly 400 million rand in overtime has been paid to members of the VIP Protection Unit to guard ministers and deputy ministers over the past 2 years. And with a new bloated cabinet, it's likely to get worse.
In the 2022-2023 financial year, the total overtime cost paid by the South African Police Service to the VIP Protection Unit was 198 million rand. That hefty price tag dropped slightly in the following year, coming down to 161 million rand. Rise Mzansi MP Makashule Ghana says he expects this tally to come in much higher now to keep up with the bloated cabinet of 32 ministers and 43 deputy ministers in government. The party has called on the police minister to work with public service and administration as well as treasury to find a remuneration model that doesn't revolve around overtime. Nogukhanya Mdambo, Eyewitness News.
Coming up, the prisoners who say they're being treated like animals, but first, another legal blow for the former public protector turned EFF MP, Busisiwe Mkhwebane. She's lost a case in which she sought to be paid an estimated 10 million rand gratuity. The Gauteng High Court said it would be, quote, absurd for the Public Protector's Office to make the payment to an incumbent who left the office in disgrace. In delivering judgment, Judge Umpumetse Moki says he could not agree with Mkhwebane's argument that she was entitled to the gratuity, even if she was removed from office, since it's a token of appreciation paid on the completion of service. Mkhwebane was impeached by Parliament in September 2023. The state in the Senzo Miyiwe trial has brought an application to lead evidence challenging the notion that Longwe Twala was the gunman on the night the football star was murdered. And he even shot himself in the foot. Today, the state called a witness to testify on the GPS data from Twala's car. Twala was among the 7 people present when Miyiwe was shot at the home of his girlfriend, singer Kelly Khumalo, 10 years ago. Last month, lawyer for the first accused, Tolani Ngomezulu, said he would call a witness to testify that Twala shot himself in the foot after he shot Miyiwe mistakenly. Ngomezulu also alleges that Twala went to see 2 doctors after the wound became septic.
These allegations are so serious as they go to the heart of what is at issue in this case, and they ought to be investigated. And my lord, if AVL or auto vehicle location records can assist the court in the determination of these issues, that it is in the interest of justice that this evidence be allowed.
Some inmates at the Khosi Mampuru Correctional Centre in Pretoria have complained of being tortured and ill-treated by prison wardens. Convicted fraudster and Eldorado Park gangster Jermaine Prim has told Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Correctional Services that he's been treated like an animal.
And then your rights still get taken away and they just don't care. You can see I've got reports here. Half the time they don't even read the reports or reply to the reports. This is the only prison where every single right of yours gets violated.
The committee is conducting an oversight visit at the prison today, assessing challenges faced by inmates and prison officials.
The results: Alderman Sylvius Brink from the Democratic Alliance, 86 votes. Dr. Hazel Nasipi Moya from Action SA, 122 votes.
Newly elected Tshwane Mayor Nasipi Moya has asked councillors in the capital city to put the politics of the past behind and get to work. The Action SA councillor was elected this afternoon by council, beating her predecessor and DA councillor Sylvius Brink by 36 votes. Moya becomes the 4th Tshwane Mayor in the past 3 years.
So for me, I'm saying, colleagues, we will continue the work that we have been doing. We've been working very well with each other when there was no agreement or coalition arrangement in place. There's nothing that will make us stop now. The leadership will leave us alone here, and we'll have to make this thing work so that people don't laugh at us and say, we told you you're going to fail.
We are going to go to the other side this year. We are going to get to the other side, amen? We are going to get the victory. Say amen, somebody, today.
Tributes continue to pour in for founder of Rema Bible Church, Ray Macaulay, who died last night at the age of 75. The Macaulay family confirmed the passing of the popular evangelist-style preacher, adding he passed peacefully at his home, surrounded by loved ones. The South African Council of Churches has now also joined the faith community in mourning, who they've described as a devout leader and servant.
The loss of such a foundational stone is deeply felt. It is our prayer that as we all feel the loss of this magnificent leader, we also offer thanks for his ministry of service to the glory of God.
More than 17 million Mozambicans head to the polls in what's described as a watershed election in the country. Current President Filipe Nyusi will be stepping down after serving 2 terms. He's hoping to hand over the reins to fellow Frelimo party member Daniel Chapo. The charismatic 47-year-old will be facing off with 3 other candidates, independent Venancio Mondlane, Lutero Simango from the Democratic Movement of Mozambique, and main opposition Renamo's Osufo Momade. The elections in Mozambique come amid growing concerns of authoritarianism and impunity under the ruling of the Frelimo party. Florida residents are fleeing their homes ahead of Hurricane Milton. The hurricane has winds of 250 kilometers an hour.
If you're under evacuation orders, you should evacuate now. You should have already evacuated. It's a matter of life and death, and that's not hyperbole. It's a matter of life and death.
That's it from me and the rest of the team. We'll see you for more again tomorrow.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.